quite believe that your side have managed to snatch a victory when going into stoppage time? How close that game was in the balance?
No, I think one thing for sure we've got to nip that in the bud. That I think softness of being nice to play against. I think I've said myself throughout pre-season that we are much better with the ball this season. Far greater, lots more possession, but we've got to get back to basics in defending and a will to win. But credit to the players second half. I think they've shown a resilience, a togetherness that is a great trait to have, but we don't want to be relying on that every week, that's for sure.
I suppose on paper people will say Shrewsbury were 2 goals in front and you've come from behind to win the game, but in terms of the balance of play, certainly before the Shrewsbury goals, it feels like you deserve that balance today.
Again, I stand there and their first shot at goal goes in, and I just think we've got to do better in, I don't want to keep reflecting to Tuesday night because there's a cup competition, but the desire that we had to keep the ball out of the net on Tuesday, we've got to replicate that in our league games. And Saturday and first half today, we didn't show that kind of resilience, that character. That I'm not talking about getting on the ball. That's moral courage. We've got that in abundance, but I'm talking about a desire to keep the ball out of the net. And I just think we're a little bit behind in where we should be in that.
Some special moments for your side today. Obviously, J. Emmanuel Thomas got an easy header, free header, supposed to get you back in the game. The second goal, though, what is your view of a goal like that from distance into the top corner?
Well, we have a habit of scoring goals like that here. I mean, Ryan Jackson hit one here last year. But yeah, no, I mean, a great ball in from Daki for the first. Made this header simple. And we felt if we got that first goal, then we could gain momentum and get something out of the game. But I mean, the second one, I mean, left his foot. It's still going. I think it's still going through the sky now. It's what he's about. We got to get more out of him. There's more to come. He's frustrating me at times. He's gonna frustrate me a bit more. But when he does that, then you've got to continue to put your arm around him, and them goals are special.
And before the winner, we could almost be talking about two different results. First of all, Jonathan Bond on his debut makes a fabulous save to stop you from losing the game. Then you got the other end. Feel you should have a penalty. We could be talking about a draw had you not been gone on. First of all, the save from Jonathan. I mean, it's a difficult situation for him to come into today, but that was a huge moment. Yeah, no, it was a big save. They're the saves that win your points. He's come in. He's only come and trained with us yesterday. Travelled up. He'd probably feel that he's unlucky to concede 2 goals. In reflecting of it, a lot of his saves were standard, but that one where he was called upon, he was alert, he was sharp, and like you say, that gave us, the opportunity to go down the other end. One, I feel that it was a penalty, and 2, obviously, to snatch to the winner in the dying seconds of the game was a fantastic achievement. You've had big wins in your Gillingham career so far. I'm not sure, looking on, if I've seen you celebrate like that before. Was that release of emotion as big as you've had as the Gillingham manager? Possibly not. I think we'll all take. We've got a great belief here. We want to continue with the progression that I feel that we've made since I've been here has been remarkable, really. And we want to continue that. And I think we put pressure on ourselves, and I do, and I demand of the players, and it when you spoke at half time, and when you get that response, that means a lot, and that you've got a real togetherness and trust within the group. Because the reality of the situation, I suppose, had you lost that game at 2-0 and not been able to mount the comeback in the second half, that could have had a really big setback for your start to this season. Yeah, I mean, it would have been back-to-back defeats in the league. But what you got to bear in mind, I think, we've had 7 games now. I think 5 of them have been away. I know people go, well, what? But it's been tough. These players, and what you got to bear in mind is we're threadbare as a squad at the moment. We've probably got 7 or 8 first team players missing, and so we have to be mindful of that and careful. But yeah, no, it would have been a huge blow to us if we'd have not got nothing out of the game today. But we did, and that's credit to the players. And how much fuel does a comeback and a result like that give your side going forward? Well, we've got a great journey back now, but we have to address it, and we've got another game Tuesday, because that's how it is. They're coming thick and fast. But
listen, coming from 2 goals behind to win away from home, that will really galvanise the boys and get that Tuesday night out their legs and look forward to Tuesday again. Cheers.
Just how good a feeling is it, Justin, when you've done all your preparation work and you do get that last gas win and almost the last win?
Listen, I think, as a manager, that's what you strive to do. Then kind of results, and like I said earlier, we don't want to be doing that every week, and it's not going to be possible to do that every week. I think it's probably 3, maybe more games that we've come from behind this season to win. I think that's the 4th time, and listen, it's a fantastic trait to have. Listen, because some teams go through the whole season never coming back from behind, so we know we've got it, but we need to be starting games better than we are.
You had a big call to make as well at the start of the game, didn't you? You changed your goalkeeper. Your thoughts behind that?
It's a difficult one. Stuart's a fantastic servant of this club. But me and Stuart spoke yesterday morning, and that remained between me and Stuart, because I think that's right. But it was a big call. It was probably the biggest call that I've made for a long while. But is it the right one? Possibly looking at it, yes, it could have been. But I've got 2 really top class keepers here now. That competition is what we need, and we've got that throughout the whole team now. And once we start getting them injured players back, then we can continue to get better.
And will Tom go out on loan maybe?
Yes, yeah, Tom will go out on loan, which probably is what he assessing it now. Listen, you look at things and you look and try and sort of progress and make decisions, and probably looking at it, you get them right, you get them wrong. Probably needs a little bit more game time, first team football, to make sure that he's really going to be that keeper that can push the 2 that we have here.
We're talking about decisions about your goalkeeper. Bradley Dack was started on the bench. He came on for Josh Pask. What's the situation with Pask and your decision with that?
Well, the simple one about Dack is the fact that we need to get him up to speed. He still is not 100% fit. He played a lot of minutes on Tuesday. We have to be careful of that. He hadn't played for a little while. And I think the team in general done very well on Tuesday, so stuck with that. Maybe we looked a bit leggy in the first half, but we'd had an extra day's rest on Shrewsbury, so that shouldn't have been the case. So that was just, I felt that the lads deserved to continue to play on Tuesday. Josh Pask, he's landed heavily on his back, so it's just a severe bruising, I think. But I no sort of worries that he will be out for any length of time.
Just briefly, may I ask you about Tuesday? The competition's had a bit of criticism even from our own chairman, Gillingham chairman. What do you sort of feel about it?
I think it's been complicated. I think it's easy to try and stand here and sort of second guess how it's going to go and what it's going to do. I mean, listen, they've tried. We go with it. Do we need that many games? I think we're going to play something like 9 games in 27 days. It's quite crazy, really, to be putting players through that. But no, we'll approach it in the right way. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, we'll rest. We'll give some players that need minutes games, but obviously the rules state that you have to play, I think, 5 or 6 from today.
Yeah.
So we'll approach it in the right way.
And are any players likely to come back for Tuesday contention?
Possibly Brian Jackson. Trying to figure who else is out there. Jamie O'Hara. Yeah. I think Jamie and Jacko might have a chance.
Good for Tuesday.
Yeah.
And Waggy's training.
Waggy starts training on Wednesday, which is big boost for Waggy and for us as well. It's some real positive news at the end of a very good week.
Do you know which goalkeeper will play on Tuesday?
Yes, Stuart will play on Tuesday.